See if that worked. What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if this is working. Got to test, make sure everything's running properly. What is going on? Let's see. There we go. We're live. All right, cool. Let's get back in. Let's get into it. So, hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Ryan DePaul in the house. Welcome to the live. It's been a minute since I've been on live, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're gonna have a great topic, and I actually have a guest on that I want to introduce you to. And what we're gonna be talking about is this is not for everybody. This is going to be for those people who are leaders, who have teams, who may be in network marketing, who may just actually have a regular business, and you want to be able to communicate properly, and just the struggles that you have with your being a leader and communicating effectively to your team and making sure that their success is good. So I'm going to bring on a guest, and you may know her, you may not, but I'm going to bring her on. I'm very fond of this guest. She has a very special place in my heart. I've known her for a long, long time. I mean, almost all my life, I think. It's crazy. Can't believe we know each other this long. So here she go. I'm bring it up right now. This is Miss Kimberly.
Hey there.
And Bradley Morris or Morris Bradley? Or just Bradley?
It's Bradley now, but you know when you're an independent woman, you did everything before you got married.
Okay, so she's married, so we'll keep it Bradley.
It's Bradley.
So, and if you're not familiar, this is my mother. That's why she has a very special place in my heart, and she's known me for all my life. But welcome and thank you for joining me on this short notice. I know we saw each other yesterday, and I was helping you with some stuff, and you brought some stuff to my attention, and I was like, okay. And I'm all about helping people be successful. I'm all about helping people when they're in troubleshooting things, making things mainstream, make it easier for them to function and just build that success for them in their lives. And you was talking about this, just being a leader and the struggles of being a leader when it comes to your team, helping people be successful. Because for me, I will say this: I know that when I take somebody under on my team, I take it as a badge of honor, and I take it almost too personal, because I almost take their success as my success, because if they fail, I fail,
Right.
and I take it personal. So I had to learn how to pull off of that. Bless you. And so for you, what kind of struggles have you had with being a leader in the industry, network marketing, as a business owner, and with just being a leader and with your team?
You know, it's interesting. Thank you for having me on today. I appreciate it. Um,
Welcome.
for me, I never really came into this industry to be a leader or what most people refer to me now as coach. It's kind of a weird sensation to hear that because I consider myself a team player just like everyone. But I would say that one of the things after coming into this is having to learn how to take the emotions out of things.
Okay.
That's a big one. It's a hard one to do when you're in a position dealing in this industry and then you're building an organization and leadership and you have that position of leadership and coaching. It's really not taking because like you say, you get very personal. I'm a very personal, nurturing person. I'm a very giving person. That's just my love language. And so sometimes you have to know how to compartmentalize things and put things in perspective and definitely take the emotional content out of it because otherwise you'd go batsy crazy.
I agree. I agree. And the thing is that when you, me, I would say as a leader, I had to learn that I can't take it personally. I got to take the emotion out of it, because everyone's not going to do everything that I do. Everyone's not going to work and have the work ethics like I do.
Mhm.
And I mean, hell, I won't have the work ethics that some people before me have done. So it's just it's a give and take, and I had to learn that and understand that, and that everyone's success. Well, no, it's not. I can't even say that because it is technically as leader, everyone's success is part of your success, but everyone's failure is your failure too. Because whether or not you think that or not, you still have to take ownership somewhat in it. It could be, they have responsibility. Don't get me wrong, but you still need to take ownership because that's what a good leader does.
It's a reflection.
Um, yeah, it's 100% a reflection, and something I know that I wouldn't say struggle with. Well, no, I have struggled with this communication because you get so busy, especially being a solopreneur and doing things, a business owner, entrepreneur, just constantly hustling, getting things done, and having that work life balance. With that, communication is always harder because you feel like you don't have enough minutes and hours in the day to get stuff done, and either it's with people's schedule and getting things, getting the right information to people in a timely manner is hard. So, for me, has been an issue for me when it comes to building a team and being a leader and helping people like that. Because some like we have technology and everything, and you can send a voice message or a text, but they might be at work. They might be doing something else. They might not have access to it. It can be a instant messenger. They might not get it until 12 hours later. Who
Mhm,
knows?
mhm.
So, and hell, I mean, doing business, we sometimes you have people in different time zones, across the world. So you never know what's going on. You have those struggles and those challenges. So, do you face any of those?
Absolutely. First of all, coming to an industry like this where you call it a proprietary, where
So,
you're working for
yeah.
yourself, first coming out of the mindset as an employee into a mindset of you being the employer or you're in charge. One of the things I know I have a struggle, and I'm still struggling to really put it in perspective, is time management. It's very
Mm,
crucial. And, a lot of times when we're in this industry now, we have all this extra time and freedom. We tend to not to really strategize our time management. And you end up thinking you've done a whole lot when really you've done nothing really major, or as I always refer to, that income producing activity. You're doing things, but is it really honing in on income producing activities? And so managing the time is so crucial. So that's one of my number one thing crucial is time management, really honing in, working out a schedule and sticking to the schedule. And I think because for the longest I have not really honed in on it, that I think has been a lot of my problem. I don't know if that is for you, but for me, as we all, I have a little one all over again. I'm raising. And so being a parent, trying to do this business and be a parent to an elementary age child, also a grandmother where I may have to stop and pick up the grandkids, and then I'm also still the wife who has to do the things around the house. No, I don't have a housekeeper yet or a cook yet. So we have all these different responsibilities, and when you really don't take the time to really compartmentalize it and put it into a managed schedule, you will find yourself just in a crazy state, and you realize, why isn't things working? And I've learned that that is one of the biggest key factor. If you're going to consider something like this and do it full-time or part-time, still requires time management.
I agree. I agree with that, and and that can be crazy because like when it comes to your team, they like I said, everyone is different. They have different times they're available, but and that's one of the struggles. Like, hey, we have a meeting at this time. Hey, we have training at this time. Hey, did you do this? Hey, did this happen? And that's has always even with systems. When you have systems in place, it's still a challenge because people have that they still have to do things on their own time, but then they still may have questions. They might have need access to you that, and when they're available, you're not available. So it's great. It's always a challenge, and
It
it
is.
comes to that.
I tend to see, like, for instance, I try to be conscious that everybody's on their own schedule. So, like, when we do team huddles, I usually try to record, where I was really recording consistently, because I wanted people to be able to, who are not able to plug in for whatever reason, that they have that ability to plug in if they choose to get caught up on what is taking place, to stay connected. And then there's just some people who are just not going to even do that. And you know what? It's okay. Everybody, that's one of the things I say about this industry is you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So we will give you that support. Giving the structure of creating team huddles where we can go through Q&A and questions and systems and all those things, but also recording it, putting it in a group where people can go and have access. I tend to do those things. I have any documentations, anything that is tangible that they can use to benefit them in increasing the success of their business. I usually will put it in a group so they have access to it. But if as in this industry, we find that sometimes we want it more for people than sometimes they want it for themselves. And one thing I can say in this industry is that we make it sound glamorous. Honestly, if I can be transparent, we make it sound wonderful. You can work from home, you can commute down the hallway, not the highway, you can make unlimited money and all. But we really don't explain to people that it does require work. The same amount of work you put into a typical job, if you really hone in and put that same effort into what you're doing with this, it can be successful. But most people, once they come over here and realize, oh, I really have to do some work, then it's
No,
like,
yeah.
oh,
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, I remember when I first took the leap and actually got into business myself. People people used to like, oh, you stay at home and play on the computer. It's like, no, bro. Like I work about 16 hours a day. Like I wake up before my wife and go to sleep after her. So it's like I'm hustling because it was like you gotta make it. It's gonna either make it or break it. So yeah, it is work. It is work. It's the perks are great. Don't get me wrong, but it's work.
work. If
And you
you
have to
don't
work
work, you don't get paid.
exactly,
You're
exactly. So
100% commission.
yeah, yeah, and honestly, it's not for everybody, but and that's fine. I say all the time, and it's not in a derogatory way, is that the world needs ditch diggers. I mean, business ownership isn't for everyone because it can be rough, and it can be very time strenuous, and a lot of us are just used to the linear going in, clock in, and doing a 9 to 5 or doing a 8 hour shift and then clocking out, and you know what you expect, and that's it, and having that structure without having to worry about everything. Like, oh, that's not my that's above my pay grade. So, but I've always wanted more. So it's just because I always had that feeling like there has to be a different way. So that's why we do what we do. But I know that you said something that I want to touch on is that it's just you take all the information that you have, like the Q&As and the huddles that you guys do, and like how do you structure that? Like where do you put that? And so that they have access to. Like, is it like a simple main easy process, or is it something that's more challenging?
um as far as putting information, we usually have a private Facebook group where we plug in all the information and it can have access to. But as I was sharing earlier, one of the things I feel like we're lacking, and sometimes I can compare where I see teams and organizations who are having more success, is they have structure. And as
Structure.
much as we want to see, we don't want to use that word in entrepreneur, because you hear it in corporate America. But reality is, no matter where you at, day to day life, you need structure. It's chaotic without structure. You need structure to your life. Like, what time am I going? If I want to have success and work the best of my ability throughout, get the most I want out of my day, what should I do? Do I get up at 9 or when the sun rises, when I feel like getting up at 10 o'clock, or do I get up at 5? Because if I get up at 5, when I'm normally getting up at 10, that's 5 extra hours I could have put in more than not. And so again, it goes to structure. And so I've been realizing lately, me and my team, my organization, I have not, as a leader, I have failed to put more structure together. And I think when people truly have structure, even because they're coming from corporate or employee mentality mindset, they still need structure, even though they're now moving into entrepreneurship. And if you can give them sound structures and principles, I think that is the beginning of creating the momentum and the success one need. And I wasn't recently I got that aha moment, like, I'm lacking that. As simple as I was telling you, creating a calendar. And then everyone knows clearly from day to day what is happening within our organization, the larger organization, what is happening if you need access to information, or is there opportunity calls, or are there product knowledge calls, or things that people can always know they can plug into that fits into their time frame. And when you don't have that, it's kind of like you're winging it. And winging it, we know what can get you.
Yeah, no. You probably get by yourself with winging it, but if a whole team, it's going to crash and burn, or people going to fall
Exactly.
off to the side. So, and it sucks, and I get it. So you said structure. Now, when you say structure, would that include like a system, or more of like just, or like courses, or like stuff that everything is, or something that takes person
I think it's
Tiffany
all.
to A to B to
I
C?
think it's all. When you have structure, or structure is things are in a way that flows. When I just believe when there is structure, it flows a lot easier. And it consists of all those things that you just mentioned. I just didn't realize it, nor did I want to face it. And I was kind of guilty of wanting to do the bare minimum that I needed to do. But when I do the bare minimum of what I need to do, I get the bare minimum of results that I'm looking for within the my own business and the organization. And it's not fair for to my team members who have decided to make a decision to say yes and partner with me, that I am still not willing to give. No matter, that's why I say I have to take the emotions out, because there's days there's emotion. It's like, oh, I just want to tune out. But I owe that much. And if I know that at the end of the day, it's all available and it's there, the structure is there, all the tools that are needed are implemented, that no one really can ever say there's, then you know that if you do not create what it is you're looking for in this, it really has nothing to do with product or the business, or the type of business we do. It has nothing to do with that. It's something more personal, internal, that one may have to reflect on and make some adjustments. And sometimes we don't want to look in the mirror and take ownership of that. And I am now at that point where I need to take ownership if I want to see things change.
Okay. So that's interesting that you brought that in, that you said all that, and the whole structure, and you said that everything that I said, it includes all that. So, because I was actually on a call earlier, we was doing a talk about just like a system that was called for teams, people who was actually talking to Eric Ore, and he's talking about teams and communicating and just like that, and we was showing him a system that is does that. It puts everything into one. It makes it so that the communication is there. There's no communication barrier, no language barrier. It's accessible to everyone. Has a setup like it's like it's very fluent. It has courses like you can take all your recordings and have it right there. So helps people. The flow goes through that structure and that system process. And like, okay, cool. This is good. This is good. So and it's key because like even now he's getting on board, and Eric, I mean, you know who Eric Worre is,
Mhm.
and he the owner or a producer of GoPro. He's adapting that, and he's like, this is key because he was against like the social. Well, it wasn't say against, but he had a hard time with social media. But he knew that the structure part of it and people, just having that flow and taking the guessing out of it was important,
Right.
and for when it comes to building your teams and helping your teams. So I'm glad you touched on that because this is something that we're working on is actually with the whole structure, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are um, familiar with AI. out there. You can do a lot of stuff with that. I was actually at your house helping you get your use ChatGPT, everything like that.
I'm
And
still
the thing
I
is,
don't know why, but go ahead.
see, that's the thing. It's like, with AI, with ChatGPT and everything like that, it's a great tool, and you can do a lot with it, especially with teams and getting information to people and having to correlate certain things for you. But there's still a lot of engineering to it that you need to know, and they
Mhm.
call it prompt engineers,
Mhm.
engineering, and you gotta know what to say and how to communicate with it.
Right.
So that's why it's all about having a system that will do it for you and take the all the guessing work and the headache and the stress out of all the tech savviness that you need to have out of that, and have everything there. So like you have all your trainings, all your scripts and everything like that, all of your what else? I would say scripts, trainings, videos, PowerPoints, all those things. Oh, here's a great thing. Even if you're even trying to build a team, if let's say you had what is it? You had information about your products,
Mhm.
like all the information about your products,
Mhm.
like and services, and you have everything there, and somebody can just come in there and type in there and say, "Hey, does this help with weight loss? Like, what I need to do to use this drink to shrink, or this these enzymes to lose 5 pounds in a week?" And it
Yeah.
has all that information for you, right then and there. And actually, you just ask it, and it pops it up for you.
Oh.
That's what we're working on. And they actually it kind of launched today, but it's like, I wouldn't say beta stage, but because it's a big issue for leaders, because we can't be everywhere all the time. There's
Right.
no way. And what's funny is, like, if anybody's like me, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like me. They don't
Mhm.
like asking those questions because they don't want to feel stupid. And you're
Right.
not stupid for asking
That's a
questions.
great
You
question. Yeah.
you you know, and some people just won't ask questions. People are introverts. They're shy. They'll just like, well, whatever. So to have that ability to have, actually, I'm gonna show you guys something here.
So is
'Cause
this is something that's offline? Because as I'm listening to you, it's like, because a lot of times we, believe it or not, we still meet people who are not social media people, who may want to consider coming into the business, and they're just not social media. So trying to get them plugged in and get over into our groups and all that stuff is just something that they go, oh, I just don't. I have a full-time job. I have a family to take care. Last thing I need to do is signing into Facebook and doing all. We have those
yeah.
individuals too, but that's interesting what you're
So
talking.
I'm glad you said that, because this actually takes away that headache, and you don't have to be on social media for hours and at a time. We used to train people on the whole, yeah, friend 10 people, comment on 10 people, message 10 people. This system does it for you. Like it takes all the guessing, the what to say to people, or like I would do a demo right now, but I'm not going to do that right now. So I'll do that another time. If you guys want a demo, put in the comments, and I'll do another private screening for you guys some other time. But because I'm not trying to sell you anything right now, I'm just trying to say, come up with ideas that help leaders. I do. One second. I want to say, what's up, Serena? Hi, thanks for tuning in. Bree, what's going on, girl? I'll see you in October, Vegas. And so, but yeah, so just having that, yes, because a lot of people aren't social, like you said. I mean, they get burnt out. Their social meter gets burnt out, where there's going to work and they have to come out home and work their business, and being and doing social media on there and doing another hour or 2 hours of work like that. This actually makes it shorter, that 2 hours or hour work, down to 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Mhm.
and it gives you all the information. It literally, so let's say somebody comments, say, "Hey, yeah, I had a bad day at work," or um, uh, does a funny thing, or, "Oh yeah, it's my anniversary." It will literally go in there and say, "Hey, happy." You just copy it, put it in the system, "Happy anniversary," a heartfelt message, and then you just paste it and keep on moving. And so it's genuine too, as much as it can, because it's AI. But
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 yeah, sometimes AI sounds so robotic, and you're like,
and
okay,
see, and that's the
more
thing.
like me. Can you sound a little bit more like me?
That, yes, and what's great is that you can actually train it to sound like you, and it learns. It's a learning machine, so that's cool about it. And you can say, "Hey, I just want this short and sweet." Boom, there, no problem. and it'll keep on doing it. So it's just things like that. But the biggest thing with leadership is that, and I won't say the biggest thing, but one of the big things is that you have so many chiefs and leaders in an area, and one person will see one thing working, and another group will see another thing working, and then they say, "Oh, well, you got to do all this. What leader A did. No, but you got to do what leader B did. You got to do leader C." I'm like, it's not going to work for everybody. So you got to come up with a system that's going to work for everyone. How they need to be taught, how their own pace. I mean,
And
there's
that's
been
what
plenty
you
of
said that
times.
when you said how they learn is so important, because in this industry, one of the things we tend to leave out is that there are different personality traits and people learn differently. And
Yeah,
sometimes we forget that part. You know, people call me an emerald. I don't think I'm really an emerald, but I kind of like, I want, it has to make sense. Show me the numbers, you know. Then there's people I have on my team who are just all jolly good. Just, is it fun? You know, so they don't want to read all the fine information. They don't want to watch the video. They just want to know, just tell me which way to go, you know. So everyone has different personalities. And that even makes it hard when you're trying to create information and um, tools and things for people, because everybody learn and everybody process differently.
exactly. And you're 100% right. And that's what's key about that. It's like how people learn and process things differently. You say emerald, the different types of personalities. They have like I call it a dolphin, shark,
A dolphin, yeah,
uh,
would be the fun
a sea,
person.
urchin, and a whale. So it's just like different personalities. That's what we're talking about, Serena. Is different personalities, leadership, and the struggles with leadership, and how to overcome it, and things that we're working on to overcome it. So that's what we're talking about today. But yeah, it's just like that, and like everyone's different. Like I for all my life, I've been a urchin, or more of an analytical person, or
Yeah,
analytical.
me
I
too. I
gotta,
got that for me.
yeah, probably.
And it depends on some people use the sea animals, some people use the colors, and then you can
Yep.
also, in Mary Kay, we used to use DISC, DISC. So I had to learn which one is which. But some now people keep saying you're an emerald, but I'm very analytical, you know, and
Yeah.
I like fun, and I'm the cheerleader. So I don't know if that's the urchin, but yeah, and some of us have a mixture of. We all actually have a mixture of all. Just some are more dominant. Like, you actually will know the people who are very well on top of things and are the big recruiters and sellers because they're sharks. They get it. You ain't got to give them a lot of attention. You tell them what they do, how they gonna make their money, and they like, I'm cool, and they're doing it. Then you need
Yeah.
other people who need you to hold their hand. So you have to have
Exactly.
tools that accommodate each of those personalities so that they feel they're able to get what they need.
No, you're 100%, and that's why I love the system that we're building. Is that it does that for people,
Okay.
and whether you're analytical, whether you're hey, this is my personality, how to do this. It does it for you. It tells you, okay, no problem. This is how you do it. I talk
Hmm.
about and it actually analyzes your prospects too. It's like, oh, no problem. Here you go. This person likes this. This person likes that. There's so much this thing can do. It's amazing. But the main thing, because leaders, we can go deep dive into this all day. But the main thing is about helping your team grow, helping your people under. I want to say, I don't like saying under you, helping the people that you're working with
Right.
grow and be successful, because you want them to be successful. Because when, like, that's the whole point of leadership, is like, you can do it yourself,
Right.
but a real good leader will make sure that others can do it too, and not be all selfish. Oh, I'm doing it off myself. I'm going to help you do it. I'm going to give you game. I'm going to make and give you everything I have, and learn, and help lift you up to make sure that you're successful, because that's the ultimate game. That's what people need to do, is like, because we have enough crap in a bucket mentality in this world already to not do that, because life's too short, and it's all about just having good moments and enjoying life with other people. And because we're social people, believe in it, whether you're an introvert or extrovert, we're social people. We like
Right.
to socialize with, whether there's a lot of people or people that we like. We are social people.
Right.
So it's amazing. And I will say this: if you are interested in the system I'm talking about, let me know. Just comment system, and I'll hit you up. But yeah, and like I said, it's going to do it so that you can do it in multiple languages. You can do
Oh,
it in so that yeah, it's literally the language barrier is gone. I heard myself in Spanish, like I don't speak Spanish.
so let me ask you, how does this work? How does this you apply this using social media?
Simple. So uh, I want.
Is it like
I'll do a quick.
ManyChat? Like so if someone responds, it automatically responds to it, or is it
No, it's
automatic?
not. No, it's not the automatic like that. Just for the reason that actually many chat's still around, but they changed it up. It's more geared towards businesses, and we are running businesses, so you have to have like a Facebook business page like that.
Oh, okay.
So, and there are works around it, but they can get your account disabled
Oh,
because face is part of Facebook's terms and conditions. So they don't like bots in their system because it can cause a breach of security.
right.
But it's yeah. So it'll basically, like I said, I don't want to do a demo right now, but it's basically you just go on Facebook and you say, okay, cool, this person, it's their birthday or it's their anniversary, or oh, they had a comment, a post that I liked, it was about their kid or their puppy or whatever it may be, or about their business. And it could be about their business. Hey, um, losing 5 pounds in 5 days, doing a challenge, or doing a challenge about water. Who's in? It will literally analyze that post and curate a detailed, short or long
Hmm.
comment, and you just post it on there, and it'll do like an open end comment or like that, whatever you want to do.
So it takes
And
the guesswork out of creating content to say to someone, which was the biggest key. You have to keep engaging with social media, especially Facebook. Otherwise, you don't win. Let me ask
right,
you this. How does that work? Because I know with Facebook in particular getting so strict on third-party apps and things of that nature, will that interfere? Because they're getting a lot stricter with other apps or
so it won't interfere because it's not attached to Facebook. You can link it to your Facebook, but it
okay.
won't interfere because it won't flag Facebook or anything. You can use for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. I think there's some other ones. I think they're going to be adding YouTube to it soon because YouTube now has their whole social media type thing. We post comments and post and community tabs. So, oh, TikTok. Yeah, it won't, it doesn't, it's not a bot. It's actually, it's just it's AI generated learning. So it actually is a system. It's a whole like software system that does it. And this is one portion of it, so it's pretty nice. But I'll show you sometime. Like I said, if I get enough people, I'll do a private training. I just don't want to go ahead and pull everything up because I gotta fumble everything around. I don't want to take away from this.
But it
But
sounds interesting, especially I know a lot of our team members, a lot of people are really new to this. A lot of people are just not, I'm not very good at words. I can draw you a picture, but I'm not very good at verbiage. So anytime you can have something that helps you create authentic, true responses that doesn't sound robotic is very beneficial because it's time it take that's less timing we have to spend on
exactly.
doing that. And the key in this industry for us is our timing. Everything is crucial with time. And I don't want to be sitting at a desk for 8 to 12 hours out of the day just trying to respond. But when if I have something that can help me create that and make it sound really genuine and authentic, I think that's great. I really think that's great. So yeah, I think anything because now we got a lot of people be our leaders talking about, okay, get over on Telegram, and now we got your Facebook group, then we got the big group, and then you got Telegram,
See,
and I'm like, this is
that's
too much, y'all. This
it's
is
too
too
much.
much.
It's too much. And that's the thing that there's even a chat because you don't need Telegram.
We have chat too.
Telegram, all you need is an announcement. But we figured that one out too. We said, hey, we'll put a chat in there, a group chat where you can add all your team in there.
Hmm.
Won't cost them anything to add them in there, and you can communicate with them through that.
Hmm.
So and it's all in one spot. So you can enable so that they want to talk or not, but most likely use more as an announcement. Say, hey, hop on. We got a meeting in 15 minutes. You can put a calendar in there if you want to. It's like, hey, here's a link for the calendar. It's updated daily. So as a leader, you can go in there and say, update the calendar or monthly, whatever you want to do, and do it like that. And they can go in there and click on it. It's
So
it's
it
so
can also
robust.
help with our content creation too on a daily basis.
Absolutely, yeah. I use it all the time for my content creation. I use it
Okay.
for titles. I use it for what's the word I'm looking for? Not comments. I do use it for comments too, but I use it for captions, like the video captions and everything like that. Picture captions, like I when I did my actually when I did my post about the live that we're doing right now,
Hmm.
I use that system. Like, hey, I need give me a post for a live I want to do about around leadership and the struggles of it and how to overcome it. And it created let me see if I got this right now still. It said, I don't know, where's that? It said, hey, everyone, going live in about an hour with some amazing team leaders to tackle the challenges of building a successful team. Join us for insight, tips, and a dash of motivation. I'm going to show them how to overcome those obstacles that they are having with ease.
Okay.
So things like that, like that's what this does for you. It's like it takes the guessing out. Something like that used to take me like 15, 30 minutes to come up with. I'm like trying to write verbiage and everything on it and like trying to figure out everything. So yeah, I mean it's crazy. I know I see a lot of people commenting. Um, Arena. So yeah, this is not a course. Um, you know what? Let me take this back. It's a system. It's a software, but you can put a course inside of it. You can
Mhm.
put trainings inside of it. You can do your onboarding inside of it too for your teams. So it's all, but yeah, like yeah. So that's what it is. Yeah, system. And no, that's something else. It is system, but it also does help you respond to comments. Helps you create content. Helps you create posts and all stuff like that. You don't have the verbiage to say, or you like I'm trying to rack my brain on what to say properly. What's going on, cousin? So yeah, just things like that. So I'm super excited. I'll show you offline, mom, about this and show you more about it. But like once again, guys, I don't- what else I was gonna talk about? We're not gonna wrap this up, but we're gonna wrap up soon because I gotta get some stuff taken care of too. I know you gotta get pick up Mina. What time is her? You gotta pick her up.
I have to pick her up in less than 28 minutes.
All
I
right,
can
cool.
be already 2 o'clock.
Right. So if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer that. Anything you have, and it's all about building success, helping each other, leaning on each other, helping each other grow and be successful. Because no one likes being frustrated. No one likes failing. Failing is good sometimes because it helps you grow, but you keep on doing it. It gets frustrating. It gets nerve wracking, and when you get stagnant, it's like what can I do more? So that's what this is about. It's about extending a hand, helping people grow, come up with systems and software and just tricks and tips that is going to help people be successful, especially your team, because that's the main thing. You want your team to win. I see
Mhm.
people, you know, whether it's in people recruiting, whether they're doing direct sales, you always want your team to win. You want them to either make a profit, make some commissions, just have whatever win it may be. But you want them to be successful, and that's what this is about. That's what this because we all as leaders have those struggles. We all come across those things that we just like want to bang our head against the wall, the desk, like what the hell, why? And now you probably won't have to do it anymore. I mean, because I'm going to end up showing you guys a way how to do it. But that's another video.
I'm excited
Anything you want?
about it. I just know I want to be able to work smart. My ideal goal when coming into this industry is flexibility, and a lot of people
Hmm.
want money. It's first up there with air. We need it. Flexibility, especially for a mom, a grandma my age. I need flexibility, and if I'm able to compartmentalize and put my work all in a short amount of time, like 2 hours, 2 good hours, 3 hours, maybe even 4, but get it done where it's also is beginning to create income producing activities, and I'm all for it. But so many times, because there's so many companies and business out there where they don't really teach people the systems and ways, so they're just kind of winging it, and they're lost for hours at a time. I know because I'm analytical, I'm always trying to figure out, is this the right? No, let me rewrite it. Oh, and so now knowing that there are tools like AI, it has made life so much better, and I think it will continue to get better to help us so that
Hmm.
time is not an issue, because time is important. It's something we cannot get back. And
Yeah.
as I'm moving forward and really talking to people about more considering something like what we do, a lot of people just don't believe in it and trust in it, because they're so conducive to understand that I'd rather just go put in my hours of time because I'm guaranteed something at the end. And here it's 50-50, or maybe not even 80-90, so when you have more tools that are attainable for them to use, that are easy and not complicated, I think it can be a win-win. So definitely, look forward to hearing and seeing more what you got going on. But yeah, I'm excited. Oh, speaking, before we get off, your mom just came from the doctor, and I had to run to the doctor's office in the parking lot. And I got there, my pressure was good. I'm like at 60.
There you go. That's what's up.
Hey, I gotta be around for a
Uh,
long time.
yeah. Oh, Kawan. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Oh,
We are talking about just leadership, the woes of it, the ups and downs of it, the challenges that we have, and how to overcome it. And I was telling about the system that we know about, um, the where the courses and everything. I'm not gonna put everything out there. I'm gonna do a demo for it some other time. But I was telling people how that can help us as leaders overcome those issues and basically make give us that time back. Because I mean, Kwan experienced it. He was able to speak Spanish and German all at once. He don't speak. He said he speak Blackanese. That's it. He don't speak that crap. But um, and for real, I mean, I took French in high school, but I don't know it. I'm like, man, I can pay.
did
Yeah,
you
I took
take
it for
French?
years.
Oh,
Yep,
I,
2 years.
must be getting old because I took French. Did you know that?
I
It's
didn't know
just
that.
you
No.
parlez-vous français.
Petite.
You must speak Spanish. Ah,
No, that means little in French.
Paquito.
No,
Paquito
not
is not.
Paquito. Paquito is Spanish.
Yes.
Petite
Oh, okay.
is
I'm gonna say,
French.
okay. Yeah. I can't remember that you took French. Okay.
Yeah, I took it. Yeah, I failed it. 2 years, but I took it.
I don't remember that.
But
Wow.
petite. There's that petite. There's it.
My sister took Spanish. All right.
But so yeah, so just things like that you can actually like have your. And what I'm excited about is the onboarding, because
Okay.
that's like the make or break for a
Mm-hmm.
lot of team members.
Mm-hmm.
When you build a team, if you're not properly onboarded, people are like, I can't do this.
Can you elaborate really quickly before you get off, for people who are watching who may not understand that lingo? What does onboarding mean?
So onboarding is like this. So okay, we'll do a simplify terms, and the way somebody all knows. Imagine getting a job, orientation, and then, oh, here's your training you have to do. Sit in front of this computer and watch these modules, these boring ass modules that you can fall asleep on, and now you're ready to go, because you're not going to watch most of them. This onboarding is actually going to make it so that you can see if they stopped, if they finished, where they stopped at. So you, hey, I saw that you it's been a day. I saw that you had you stopped right here. Any issues? If you need some more time, it's been 24 hours. I didn't know if you what can I help you with? So you can be more
Ah,
engaged
okay.
with your team,
Right.
and then you can actually even gamify it in something like, hey, we're gonna do a blitz. So whoever puts the most comments I hear a post, use the system, go comment on all of your people's stuff like that. But that's a whole nother training. But
Okay.
for onboarding, you have videos there that you, like I said, they'll watch it. Assignments, give them assignments like, hey, I want you to do this, X, Y, Z, and it's all there,
Okay.
and you will know if they finished or not.
Gotcha.
So, and that's the thing. People get dropped by the side, because even when I first joined a business, and partner with some people. I wasn't onboarded.
Right.
Like, serious. It was like, okay, I guess so I wanted to be successful. So I was like, I'm gonna do it myself then. So I mean, but most people won't do that. Most people will not do it. Like, hey, yeah, no one helped me, no one did this, because they just understand you know, if it's meant to be, it's up to me to make
Right.
stuff happen. So
Right.
plain and simple. But yeah, that's a little bit about the onboarding. There's more to it too to make it simpler. And like I said, if they ever get stuck, they can always ask the system, and we'll tell you the answer, because it's basically going to be your knowledge and your the company and whatever the company has in there and their products and systems and like that. So it's really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Rena, okay, love you, girl. I love you, cousin. Have a good one. But yeah, let's wrap this up because I know you gotta pick up the kid, and
Yeah.
then I gotta finish editing these videos.
Gotta go finish
And
1,000 steps.
there we go. So all
Mhm.
right, well, you guys, thanks for joining us. Mom, thanks for coming on and at the short notice. I know that just it was on my heart and my mind. I was like, let me ask her because I know we had that conversation. And
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
mommy took care of you and educate you. Now you're educating your mom. You don't have as much patience with me as I had with you, but it's all good. We're
No,
working
I
on
have patience. I have patience. It's when I tell you something and you just like when I was a kid. Remember, like,
it. Don't press the red
if
button.
if it don't, Brian, it says don't press the red button. I press the red button. It's like, I have patience, but you was like get frustrated. It said don't do it. If I have 8 apples and you take away 3, how many apples do you have, Ryan? uh uh so no, I have patience. It's the same amount of patience you had back then.
Oh, touche. Okay, okay.
How the table has turned.
Yes, it has. Yes, it
But
has.
no, for sure, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm always here for anybody who needs help, who has questions. I don't care if you in a different business, if you're like, oh, will this work for my business? There's information that you're talking about. Can help me? Can you give me some tip? I have no problem doing that
And for
because
all who are watching, Ryan is not that way. He's just that way as a mom. He's very,
yeah, just my mom. Like I
he's
said,
patient and very understanding, and he gives more than he gets back. So definitely reach out to Ryan if you're interested in.
absolutely, absolutely.
And you've
So this
been
right
amazing at
here,
what you do. You've been amazing. Hey, Melanie, you've been amazing at what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. And it sounds like you think that your children are not watching you, but and I got a slow start off in this. I got into this industry late in life, but you guys saw enough of it that you picked up on it, and look at you guys now. I mean, you're doing amazing, Ryan. Proud of you, son.
well, thank you, thank you. I mean, it's just the beginning. I mean, I've been doing it for almost 7 years now. Wow, that's crazy. And so yeah, it's only to go up now. I keep on going up because I ain't going back.
Yeah, it makes it hard
So
once you get in this life. You don't want to go back to a typical, and there's nothing wrong with jobs. We need doctors, we need dentists, we need people to run the country. We get it, we get it. But there are
listen,
options, and that's the
there are
big
options, and it's
option.
very doable. It's very doable because I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. Whether you want to make $500,
Extra time.
$1,000,
Yeah,
$100,000, make a career out of it. I never thought that I would ever make 6 figures,
I
and
know.
I
Isn't that
surpassed
hard
that.
to believe?
So
That's hard to
yeah,
believe. I mean, and for you, you're still young. I mean, when you're 40, I'm at my age. For women or anyone who's in retirement or getting ready to retire, and you realize you can't retire because your nest egg did not equate the fact that inflation would be so high. So now you got to figure out something real quick. And I see so many people retiring and having to go back and get a job, or people who are working and still getting a part-time job, and it hurts my heart to see that. And there are options. Yes, is it going to require some work? Yes, but there are ways. And people always tell me, well, I'm not a salesperson. Well, we all are. If you have a mate, you sell to them. on falling in love with you. You sold them
Hmm.
on the idea of you wanted children. You sold them on the idea, let's buy a home. You sold them on the idea, let's get a puppy. You sell them on the idea, you want a new house furniture. You sold them on the idea of a car. We all are salespeople in our own right. It's just how you look and perceive it. So, with that in mind, there's options.
Always, always, always. But yeah, you're absolutely right. So, well, all right. Well, thanks. Like I said, thanks for coming on, Mom. We gotta do this more often, and yeah. So, if you guys have any questions, what you saw here, also put live or replay because we'll love to know if you're watching this live or replay, and I will be just let us know. Comment, let us know what you think, and if you are having issues with being a leader, the struggles of building a team or things like that, let us know in a comment too because I would love to know what kind of issues, what kind of problems, what kind of obstacles that you're coming up on as a leader because maybe it's something that I haven't experienced that I would love to know, or something that I might experience in the future. Who knows?
Or
So
ideas
with
that you
that,
might have to share. We can always
yeah,
use more.
exactly, exactly. So all right, guys. Well, thank you for watching, and until the next one, guys. Take care, be safe, and be blessed.
Bye-bye.